I put my family in a Tesla Model 3 and drove them from California all the way to Florida just to see an Island Packet 439 for myself in person. And I'm really glad I did. It's time to get back home. And we don't want to go home the way we came, the southern route through the desert. So we're going to shoot north a little bit before we head back to the west coast. That means Nashville, Tennessee is on our way home. That also puts the Grand Ole Opry on a mandatory to-do list, as well as a hot spring in Colorado. So be sure to check it out, like, subscribe, and come with us, because we're shooting back home. So we drove through Georgia up into Tennessee, and then we were in Tennessee for a while, and then it says welcome to Georgia again. We're like, what the hell? Like the road dips back into Georgia. So like, there's Georgia, Tennessee, Georgia again, and then Tennessee. We're about to be back into Tennessee. That's a record for me. That's how many cross state lines, how many times in like 4 minutes? We're gonna do it again.
Nashville to me seemed like a classier version of Bourbon Street. It was a lot of downtown Nashville, just like a lot of bars, like live music. I think definitely to experience it, definitely do it, at least for a day.
Amber, what are we doing?
Shopping.
Shopping?
Looking super cute today.
Getting from Nashville, Tennessee to Idaho Springs, Colorado is crossing all the flyover states in this country. It is a vast expanse of nothing. It is horizon after horizon of the exact same scenery. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it is really, truly incredible how open the middle of the country is.
Miles of nothing.
This also raises the question, can someone in an electric vehicle take this route through the middle of the country, basically the middle of nowhere? And the answer is no. I would say every electric vehicle that I'm aware of cannot make this trip, but a Tesla can. The infrastructure for a Tesla is completely different than the infrastructure that all the other electric vehicles use. There's a supercharger in every nook and cranny of this country, even in the places you would not expect. And I've had no anxiety and absolutely no problems getting to every single one of my destinations with charge to spare left over on the battery. The charging stations in all the flyover states are not exactly what I'm used to. Sometimes it's literally just sitting outside the middle of nowhere, but they're there, and they work just fine. So anything you may have read or heard about, you really need to take with a grain of salt and ask yourself, Do they have any personal biases against the man who runs the company? It's very likely that they do. It wasn't charging stations or electric vehicle logistics that were going to keep me from getting to Colorado in time. It was the weather. All right, the closer we got to Colorado, the worse this storm got, and it's a full-blown tornado warning now. So I'm just gonna grab a hotel right here at the border of Kansas and Colorado, and ride it out for the night, and just jump up in the morning and finish the trip into Idaho Springs. Yeah, I'm done for the night. In Kansas, it was just a one-nighter. But the cool about this stuff, especially with having a Tesla, is they have the charging stations right at the hotels in a lot of states. Just you get to the hotel, there's a charging station there, and there's 5 or 6 stalls on each one. So you really just park your car, get checked in, you wake up the next morning, your car's ready to go.
Springs, Colorado.
Yeah, this place is dope.
Yeah,
Here is, you talk about looking at any mountain, like picturesque anything, this is what this
small
town is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing this hat. Because
Beautiful.
I'm a mountain man now.
What is this for?
It's my gardening hat. But you gotta get the whole picture here.
Oh, and the ducky shorts. This is
A sleepy town.
yeah, for
but
sure.
it's picturesque. Like, I cannot tell you, like looking around here and like everywhere you look in every direction, it looks like an oil painting.
It's just a smaller, slower kind of.
If this boat thing doesn't pan out for me, I'm doing
Idaho Springs, Colorado.
I'm moving to Idaho Springs, Colorado. This is probably one of my favorite spots in the whole trip.
Today has been beautiful. It was like 75.
We did a hot springs.
I think it's nice if there wasn't any of these people in here.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I'm more or less probably turn around and want to pee, but I'm like, it's cool.
It did, and that was interesting. Like they have a big pool area where like everybody can go into, and we did that, and the water was warm.
Yeah,
like
it was good. Yeah.
It was just like kind of a little bit warmer than room temperature. And then we did a private like a tub, I guess. Okay, number 6.
Spa.
So there's like caves you can go into that are like 18 and older, and that's about as far into it as I can get on this YouTube channel. What do you think of the hot spring?
It's weird. It's like warm.
Yeah, all the water just, it's just pumped in. It just came out of the ground, so it's pretty crazy.
But the one we rented, the water, we didn't ask, but the water was really warm. Like
super hot.
Like Nick and Logan, I think we're in there for about 5 minutes total. And they're like, I can't do it.
There's no reason for a human being to subject themselves to that. But if you're a pretty girl, you take boiling hot showers. So
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
It's warm.
It's warm.
What's
No, it feels good.
Oh great, it's gonna be too hot to touch.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is a hell of a road trip. Nobody does road trips like this, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
We do it. We do it big.
I don't know if I have a favorite part of this road trip. Swamp tour was really cool. You know, some of the museums were cool. The Grand Ole Opry was pretty cool. It was sad that I couldn't get any video footage of it inside because of the rules. But I think, honestly, it's weird, but one of my favorite parts is the actual drive. I used to ride motorcycles a lot. This is pretty cool, man, to be in Death Valley, the Mojave Desert, and then 2 days later be in the swamps in the Everglades, and then a couple days later be in the beach in Daytona, and then a couple days later be in the woods of the South, and then the grasslands of Kansas, and now I'm in the Rocky Mountains, and it's been 2 weeks. It's pretty ridiculous. Check this view out.